I won't take up much of your time, mainly probably because I can't right this second. Look, firstly, I'd just like to thank my co-directing team. So, obviously, my assistant director, Mr. Barker. I'd also like to thank our new musical director, Mr. Kieran McNair. It's just been, it's just been a really incredible team this year. We've had Kieran join the team. We've had Greta Giorgio, who's been stage managing back there. Ah, there she is. So we've had some really wonderful, exciting new additions to the creative team this year. We've obviously last year seen some go, but then we always somehow managed to get some come out of the woodwork. No pun intended, Matt. But, that come out and help us put this kind of a show together. I can't possibly start saying all the names because there are way too many, as you'll probably read in the program, which I hope you do, because every single name that is there deserves to be there for a reason. So I give everyone there an applause, please. It's been a big job. It's taken us, since December last year, in the mere minutes that it was to make a decision to get the licence for this show, where Mr. Barker called me from home I was at home trying to learn how to be a dad, which I'm sure, and I've been told that I will never stop learning how to do that. But new into it, I get a phone call from Mr. Barker saying, look, it's just come up. I'll be doing it. And I sort of was looking at the child and then thinking about the future child, which is the show, and I was going, expletive word placed there, let's go. So we've done it, and we've come up with an excellent product, a product where I've spoken to audience members that have come over the last 9 shows, not only 9 shows, but 9 sellout shows. Look, I don't know the whole high school musical. I can't even stand that sentence. But the musical theatre world in high schools, I don't know it that well in Victoria in particular, but I don't know many that I've heard of that sell out even before we've had a chance to open. So I think that's just huge. That says a lot about our community, but also our growing reputation that we challenge our cast and crew and team to go above and beyond what is expected of a high school musical. So I hope we're achieving that, and I hope you've really enjoyed it. Just before you guys head out, we will be making 2 announcements this evening, 2 important announcements. And I'm going to get Miss Whiffen, our wonderful producer, to come down and explain to you the first one. And we'll be giving that one away first up, and then I'll come back, just to tell you about the second one.
Very special award. It's the Juanita Coco Award that's awarded each year to a Year 12 student. Juanita attended St Helena in the late 1980s, the early 1990s. She was a cast member of Johnny Young's Young Talent team and performed professionally during her high school years. She loved doing the shows at St Helena, like all these guys do. And she was the most kind-hearted, hard-working cast member. And unfortunately, Juanita was tragically killed in a car accident in May 1993, just before Chicago went on. And her wonderful family, we went ahead with the opening, and the Coco family come every year. Patrick and Jenny and Belinda, Juanita's sister. And each year we present this award, and they come down and present the award. So Jenny, and Patrick and Belinda, would you like to come down? The awards presented each year to a Year 12 cast member, as I said, who best exemplifies Juanita's qualities. Helpful, supportive of other cast members and staff, humble, modest, hard-working and fully committed to ensuring the success of our shows. This year's recipient is a student I know very well who's tried to teach me how to dance, who's had an amazing influence on the show, has worked tirelessly with the cast and directors to polish the performance of the dancers in the cast, and a lot of what you saw tonight is her work. And I'd like to welcome Kira.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to speak. This is honestly the greatest honour, and every single year for the past 6 years I've looked up to the people who have won this award, and to get it this year is actually the most amazing thing. And thank you to the cast. You guys are actually my family, and you guys work so hard for me every single week, and you brought my choreography to the stage, and that's just a dream come true for me. Bye, Kira. I don't really know what to say. You're amazing, and I love you. Thank you. Mr. Hewitt. Okay. I don't know where to start, but thank you for everything, and thank you for giving me the opportunity, every opportunity you've given me, and I love you. Thank you.
All right, the last one, and I won't keep you for much longer, but last year in 2019 we had an incredible season, and some of our wonderful mums and dads went out and worked tirelessly on our front of house, and as a result we had some success financially from sales of, you know, your popcorn and your ice creams and all the bits and bobs that you hopefully enjoyed this evening, and we raised some money. And it had always been my dream since starting at St Helena that the production program finds a way to give back to one of our students in Year 11, going into Year 12 in their last year of high school, that makes a financial contribution to them to help them through their final year of high school, but also to go beyond. So I came up with, I'm sorry, maybe the name needs changing, I don't know, it's a bit naff, but the Above and Beyond Scholarship. I'm not a writer, just direct. Anyway, so last year's recipient of the scholarship was Nathaniel Rossetti, which was a great honour to be able to provide him with this opportunity to, you know, access some funds to get some singing lessons and to be able to afford camps and what, you know, just whatever, just to sort of, you poor parents, you have to cop a lot. I'm not looking forward to it, so that's the least we can do. Anyway, so this year we've had another successful year front of house, and I'm sure it will continue into the future, and so I'm really excited actually to award this year's recipient of the Above and Beyond Scholarship for $2,000 to Brooke Lockwood. unfortunately, I left my computer at home, so I didn't get to print out the certificate. But it's in the mail.
Oh my god. I actually have no idea what to say. You put me on the spot here, Hugh. Why would you do that? I don't even know what to say. I just absolutely love this this entire cast, just this whole community, every single aspect of it. Like literally, like doing the makeup and like dancing in it and singing with you guys. Like you're amazing. Like you make me so. I actually shake. I don't even know what to say.
And just to give you some context behind Brooke Lockwood's contributions this year, obviously you see the amazing makeup that we have in the show. So she's gone and designed all of the makeup, particularly Green Girl over there. She's not only done that though, and established a team of young makeup artists to support her and help the show, so she's showing great leadership here as well. But she's also been a dancer. You watched her perform dance tonight, so she's a strong part of the cast. But then also, bless her, we realised the hugeness of this show vocally on particularly Glinda and Elphaba, and she went away and on her own, without any support, she just worked quietly away on all the vocal parts to Glinda's role. And at the drop of a hat, when poor Ed went down with a chest infection, Brooke got up there in a couple of hours' notice and sang the entire show through, stood there where that X is, under a spotlight, and not only sang, but performed beautifully, to the point where audience members said, we feel really lucky because we almost got 2 Glindas for the price of 1. So I think this young lady has got a lot to show, whether she uses these funds to further her makeup or whatever it might be, as long as she comes back next year. That's really all I care about. I bought you for another year. I probably need to start one up for a graduating student, so they have to come back and perform as well. Maybe that's next year's goal. Anyway, enough from me. Thank you all so very much for coming and supporting the production of Wicked. I hope you've enjoyed it. We certainly have. Thank you. Good night. Please feel free to stick around for the awards. There will be awards after the students, the cast get unchanged. That's whatever. And then get clothes back on again. But out of their costumes and into normal clothes, thank you very much. Good night. See you next year.